Hi there. In this lecture we're going to have a look at a bad move from black early in the Ponziani, which quite often happens online, and that move is bishop c5. It just walks into d4. It doesn't do anything about d4. Maybe people are used to this playing the Joker piano. If, for example, bishop c4, bishop c5, it's fine there. But with the move c3, it's a very big difference in position. And it just walks into this d4 move. This is what we want to play. We get a nice center here. So e takes d4, c takes, vacates the c3 square for the knight now as well. So bishop b4, check. So we're following now Adrian Negulescu against Peter Pescola. So Negulescu is actually an international master and was a Romanian champion. So he played here knight c3. It's a very logical move. Why not? We have knight f6. Black needs to tread carefully already. If d6, we can go with d5, and if black's not careful here, black has to take on c3, and that's just better for white. This position is just going to be better for white. But if they played knight e5, we get, can you see what we can play? We can just play queen a4 check here and just pick up that bishop. So black plays knight f6, and now, yeah, d5 is great, knight e7. So here, white did actually play what seems to be an inaccuracy, queen d4. The best move, I mean, it seems logical, but there's actually a much better move, which is just bishop d3 here. If we look at this position, let's take the case of a5, protecting the bishop, and castles. Let's say d6 now. So now that bishop's protected, there's no queen a4 check picking up the bishop. But bishop g5 is a very nice position here. In fact, if, for example, black castles, then actually we could just take on f6. Knight a4 would be a good move here with ideas of a3. This is just one illustration, a3. If we pick up the light square bishop, then this is just a great position for white. Knight h4, looking at f5. Here, black's g-file play is not enough for the structural damage. So that's one example of bishop d3. It's one of the better moves here. If after bishop d3, this is worth exploring in fact, if black castles, in fact, we're getting Greek gift possibilities. Forget castling, we just play e5 here. After knight f takes d5, h7 is a real soft spot, and it doesn't matter about the pressure on c3. We can just play bishop takes h7 check, the Greek gift sacrifice, knight g5 check, and here h4. This is very, very strong. So let's say knight takes c3, h5 check, king f5, g4 check, king takes e5. We brought the king out to be checkmated, basically. So that's an example of a really crushing line with e5. If knight e8, we can still play bishop takes h7 check. Black dare not take that. Bishop c2, we've just got a huge advantage. So yeah, this is going to be crushing, this e5, if black had castled. So you might think, yeah, okay, so that's pretty convincing. If king g8, queen h5, here queen h7 check, queen h8 check, knight h7 check, this is just a huge attack. Again, it doesn't really matter about c3 now. Knight takes c3, there's bishop g5 check, and taking the queen, and we're just winning here. If king h6 on the Greek gift stack, queen g4 is actually, well, we can either go with taking the queen with knight takes f7 check, which will be a double check, and take the queen. But even more accurate is just queen g4 here. And the point is, we're going to be mating shortly. This is just the delay. So, you know, for example, here, queen h3 check, and then queen h7 mating. So that's all pretty rosy after castling here, after e5. If black played knight g6 instead, you might think, well, that holds things up. The thing is, yeah, we just castle here, and e5 now is very powerful. this is a really powerful move here. If bishop takes c3, b takes, knight g4, because if knight takes d5, then we've got bishop takes g6 and then winning d5. So let's assume knight g4. We can just take on g6 here. And bishop g5 is powerful. We've got this dark square bishop of our counterpart. So a big advantage here. This is a very nice position. So yes, it does seem, yeah, bishop d3 has some really interesting, dangerous points to it. What one shouldn't play, which would justify black's play, is bishop g5. That would allow knight takes e4. Black can do this, and it is actually better there. Yeah, that's not a good idea at all. So bishop d3 does seem a real key move, setting up some Greek gifts, setting up some really exciting variations there. Okay, so let's get back to the game though. Okay, a queen d4 was played, and it allows c5 though. That's the issue. So black's actually allowed c5. So this is actually an interesting response here. And now white doesn't really want to take on c6 because of knight takes c6 protects the bishop, hits the queen. That's going to be okay for black, relatively okay. Now if black had played bishop takes c3, then b takes is just a clear advantage for white. If bishop a5, bishop g5, this position is really good with e5. Let's say h6, e takes, h takes, f takes, g7. This situation is just a very big advantage for white. So c5 is a good move. We have queen d3, d6, a3, bishop a5. And now b4. And in fact, black goes wrong here with c takes b4. If bishop b6, this limits white's advantage to like a small edge. But with c takes b4, this is even better for white now. After a takes, we have bishop c7. If bishop takes b4 here, we have queen b5 check. On knight c6, okay, so our c3 is loose, but we just play bishop d2. And if a6, queen a4, we keep that pin against the knight. If b5, we have bishop takes b5, and we end up being significantly better here. Okay, so bishop c7, and now knight d4, knight g6, and now f4, keeping black out of the e5 square. Black castles, bishop e2, rook e8. White castles, queen e7. We now have bishop f3, and here a mistake again, bishop g4. It seems bishop d7, g3, bishop b6 is not entirely bad for black. It's a small edge for white only. But with bishop g4, exchanging off the light square bishops is going to help white with the f5 square here. Potentially. We have king h1. White could have just taken immediately on g4 in fact. This position is just a really nice position for white with advantage. But king h1, a6, and now this is played anyway. Bishop takes g4, knight takes g4, knight f5, queen d7, bishop b2, bishop b6. We have queen h3, knight f6. And yeah, it's, you know, sometimes if the knight's not there, there's going to be knight h6 check, winning the queen. We have knight a4, potentially eliminating that knight to introduce lots of ideas like knight h6. We have queen d8, which is not great. White is basically winning by force now. Can you see how? For 10 points. Yeah, knight takes b6 to get the queen away from f6. And actually now bishop takes f6 is just devastating. G takes, queen h6 with mating on g7. The game ended here. Black can only delay, and then we're just mating. So it was an interesting illustration of what could go wrong. Let's go again. So it's a really bad move, but it's seen frequently online. So we just get to vacate that square for the knight. That's another important aspect here. It's not just the center. That c3 square is now a great opportunity for our knight to come to c3. So it's just a fantastic position in general. And yeah, we have this great option here of bishop d3. That seems to be the technically like the strongest option, and black needs to tread really, really carefully here. Okay, so but queen d4 was played, and yeah, this got to be a very good position in any case, because black actually went further wrong with this bishop g4 move. Okay, so yeah, some great prospects here along the diagonal, and the f5 square emerge from this position. Okay, interesting stuff. Yes, so this is not such a great move, and it's good that we have some model games though to know how to punish things when this happens. Okay, thanks very much. I hope you really enjoyed this free sample from my Ponziani course. You can check out my Ponziani course at https Kingscrusher TV, and you'll see it is actually quite often at discounts, especially earlier in the month. So here it's actually for the next 3 days at a big discount. So the Ponziani course, it's a really great weapon because a lot of players do respond symmetrically with e5, and in this course you get to see all the major options that black has and the early mistake with bishop c5. You can go and expand all the sections and check out some free preview videos if you're interested to explore the Ponziani further. So yeah, I hope you do check that out, my new course on the Ponziani. Okay, comments, questions, likes, shares appreciated. Thanks very much.